Whenever I come home, when we left Vietnam, we came home. We flew into California, and California to Chicago, Chicago to Pittsburgh. Now, at California and not so much Chicago because it was nighttime we was there, but California we landed out there. We had the usual things you read about, the protesters, they would throw stuff at you or throw paper at you and hard names and whatever, but the police kind of had them at bay. They was back away from us, type thing. But people would throw stuff at you and call you names and all that kind of stuff, and you just ignored them because all it does is it made you mad. So when I got into Pittsburgh, then there was some of them down there, but not like it is in California. That's just like a big haven for them right there. But Pittsburgh, there was a few of them down there, and you look at them, and if you could stare them eye to eye, most of them won't look you in the eye because they're afraid of you. They think you're a little weird, you're a little off balance, half bubble off center, whatever you want to call it. Then your granddad and Fred come down to the airport to meet me. I didn't recognize Fred after not seeing him for a year. He'd grown about 5 or 6 inches. He was coming down through the airport. They seen me coming. I hadn't seen them yet. And Fred come down there, and he thought he was going to be cute and horse around like we used to. He come down there and bumped shoulders with me, and I thought it was one of these other protesters. I slammed him against the wall and told him to get the heck away from me. I won't say what I said, but it's like, get away from me. And I kept walking. Well, then when I seen Dad and Fred come down there, he was kind of had tears in his eyes. I didn't recognize him, and I felt bad.
Yeah.
But I just thought he was one of the mothers because I didn't recognize him because he'd grown so much at the time. Just Granddad and Fred. That's what was at the airport. Everybody else going about their business. Didn't matter. They didn't want to know. They didn't want to be a part of it, or they didn't approve what you was doing. So they just, But most of the people that didn't speak didn't want to talk to you because of what you did, or if they did, they usually called you names or something. I really didn't get much of a welcome home till after I got actually back home to Parker, because that's where we lived at. And I went down to the VFW down there. Dad took me down there. They'd signed me up while I was over there, being I was qualified to be an active member. All the guys in there was all old World War II vets. They and my dad and them made me feel more welcome home with being down there with them than anybody else or anything that I'd met up to that point.